After the challenge, we're finally back on the road. Yeah, our stomachs are hurting a little bit, but you know what? That's not gonna stop the amazing trip that we're about to have.
This van is my long-lost home. That sweet, putrid smell of BO, my favorite ketchup stain, the egg drop soup rotting on the carpet. It is so amazing.
Is that smoke?
Whoa, 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 whoa. The van is smoking. The van is smoking!
Is this really happening? Are we on punked?
Oh man, that's bad.
Nobody needs to freak out. These are the times when my vast knowledge of vehicles comes in handy.
Come on, stop, stop. No, let me take a look.
Michael thinks he knows everything there is to know about the world we live in, but he doesn't. Trust me.
Okay, it looks like the alternator has gone bad because the carburetor has too much brake fluid.
So what are we gonna do about it now?
Yes, I know everything about cars.
Now is not the time for your smart talk.
That's why you can't go low on brake fluid. Everybody knows that.
There's nothing I can do without brake fluid.
What does that even have to do with the alternator?
Everything's going so well. I just won band versus food. David is demoralized. This can't be happening.
Strap up your hiking boots. Let's get to walking. Well, if we don't have service, we got to walk.
Walk?
What else are we gonna do?
Are you insane?
Are we gonna stay here?
A ride.
Biff doesn't walk.
I'm gonna walk in these sandals.
In these sandals. All right, have fun with that. We'll see you later.
I'm gonna save the day.
See you later.
He's done for.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait it out. That's all we can do, really. I just keep hoping and praying that someone will drive by.
All we need is brake fluid. It'll solve all of our problems.
I mean, as soon as we get brake fluid, man, I'll fix the alternator.
This is the engine. This has nothing to do with the brakes.
Yes, it does, man. The brakes, the carbonator, the alternator, they're all in there.
The carbonator, dude. That's not even a car part.
All right, Lord. What's going on here? I guess we're just gonna have to wait this one out.
You're gonna have to wait it out.
I'm stunned right now.
You know, we're straight out of the middle of nowhere, and I just figure maybe I should chew on some straw. I saw a guy do it on TV once.
This is not easy, but I think Biff's taking it the hardest.
I have no cell service. It's burning hot outside. I'm sweating my toque off. I mean, could this get any worse?
You know, God's always provided for us in the past, and He's not gonna stop now. So I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna have some faith.
Why today? I'm at the breaking point right now. This was my chance. Why?
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light into my path. You are the light of the world. A city on a hilltop cannot be hidden.
Have you ever felt stuck? Maybe like you're in the middle of nowhere. And you know, if you could get out, maybe things would start to happen and doors would start to open. You know, it's easy for me to think like that at times just because I always want to get out and go and do. And I want the doors to be open. But when I have to stay right where I'm at, it's tough. And you know, it's difficult to live life with a good attitude when you're staying put where you're at. You want to talk about being in the middle of nowhere? You look at the life of the Apostle Paul and how he was serving the Lord with his whole heart. And he found himself in the middle of prison. You see him writing some of the greatest books of the Bible. And the crazy part was he was in the middle of jail. He was stuck in a terrible circumstance, held by chains to a prison guard. You see, it comes down to what choices he made. Paul came to a point where he had to make a choice. He came to a crossroads where it's like he could either let his circumstance define him or he could define his circumstance. In Acts chapter 16, we see Paul make this choice. He began to worship God. The moment that he did that, the chains were broken, the doors were open, and he was free. And what's even more crazy is that he chose to stay there. He could have left, it was done. But he chose to finish the work that started in him. He chose to work through that prison, through that time of nothing. You know what's awesome is that the prison guard received Christ. Him and his family were saved from that moment. And then we see Paul leaving a message to us in the book of Philippians. Do all things without complaining and disputing, that you may become blameless and harmless children of God, without fault in the midst of a crooked and perverse generation, among whom you will shine like lights in the world. That's a perfect picture of what it means to be a city light. I mean, it's not based off a circumstance. It's not based off a hilltop experience. It's based off making the most of what God has given us. We see in Philippians 4:13 him say, you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. And you know, that's what it means to be a city light. It's not our own light that we're projecting to the world. It's the light of Christ working in us and allowing us to do all things through him. So Paul left us with this choice. I choose to make the most out of whatever comes my way in this life.